Oh, you caught me. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 LEGO Ninjago sets ever made.
Ninjago has been continuous for over a decade long, so I thought it's worthwhile to hit my top 10 LEGO sets LEGO's ever made from the Ninjago theme. If this interests you, make sure to stick around to the end of today's video because I'm going to throw in a bonus LEGO set that's new to 2023. And of course, make sure to show your support to the channel and Stella by hitting that subscribe button. So kicking things all the way back to season 6 was actually my favorite season. But there's one set that I missed out on that I definitely goes in my top 10 list, and that is none other than the Misfortune's Keep. Now, I know this is probably not a fan favorite LEGO set, and season 6 was probably an undervalued season just in general, but for me it's actually one of my favorite Ninjago seasons, and not even just because Nadakan, I really do like him as a villain, but I thought all the pirate cast villains did a great job in that season, as well as like the morality of the entire season. But as far as the LEGO set, the Misfortune's Keep is just an iconic ship from Ninjago, and of course you get that Nadakan minifig as well as Flintlock. But again, the LEGO set just is so detailed. It really captures kind of the essence of that entire season. So for me, it was just a set that had to make it in my top 10 list. I currently don't own this one, but would love to add it in my future, simply because of just how iconic this LEGO ship is. Coming in at number 9 is quite easily the Hydro Bounty, and this set was new to 2021. It features 1,159 pieces and quite massively a LEGO set. Most importantly, this ship belongs to the iconic season 14, aka Ninjago Seabound, which is a season I really did enjoy. But aside from this set features a ton of minifigures like Calamar, the Serpentine, Woobots, and if you buy it, you get all of the ninja in their scuba suits and some interchangeable hair pieces. So it really is a quite valued price set.
But I actually built this set not too long ago. Actually, I think I got it when it first came out, and a pretty decent retail price of $130. But it has some really cool playability functions. Like this center, like whole centerpiece pops open, and you have your scuba diving like equipment from the show. I actually have quite a few of these because some came in a few different sets, like these white ones, and then I think the original ones that came in were the sand green and the black one. So it's kind of pretty neat, and they just fit in quite nicely. I'm gonna say quite nicely. I think one goes inverted like that. There you go. So one goes inverted like that. They just fit in like so. But then on the actual back of the ship, you have just a little hatch that opens up right there. And then again on your like end propeller things, they kind of move in and out, which is a nice little playability function. So you can kind of display it in different ways. I do find that over time they pop off or something like that. Some pieces just get loose, so do be mindful of that. And also another really cool and kind of unique feature about this set is the actual front end pops off, and I'm not sure if I can do this on camera, but it opens up in a bunch of like mystical ways. But essentially, you have a mech that's built from the front end of the ship, and I'm trying really difficult here. So there it is. I think that's how it goes. And there's his like headpiece. I don't know. I think that's how it goes. Well, it's a friggin' mech built into the front of the ship. So, I mean, that's super cool. And then essentially it could just do the same thing back. It just kind of like folds on over. It's kind of difficult, right? It's not the greatest mech, but I think it's the idea that goes along to it. So let's see if I can, on camera, really quickly pop that back in there. But anyways, essentially the moral of the story was it's just a really cool playable feature that LEGO added into this set. So something I really did enjoy. But there you go. It fits all back in and is like one whole piece now. Again, a really cool ship. So that's definitely why it made it onto my number 9.
Which takes us into our number 8, which is the Lighthouse Siege. And of course, at no surprise, it is another set from Season 6. But quite truthfully, this is a pretty epic looking LEGO set, guys. It features Nay and Jay because they were seeking refuge. It also features Echo Zane, Battle Clancy, Nadakan, Battle Flintlock, Squiffy, and Tidy Robot. So this was a really, really cool set. And it even had a light up brick inside with batteries in it, right? To light up the top of the lighthouse. And quite frankly, we haven't seen a whole lot of great LEGO lighthouses. So to get one from Ninjago with villains, I thought was a really good hit. So that's kind of why I made it onto my number 8 list, because it's just an iconic set and it can fit into a LEGO city. But transitioning into our number 7 on the list is none other than Castle of the Forsaken Empire, and quite a large LEGO set at that. This set featured 1,218 pieces and was quite arguably, for me, one of the better LEGO Ninjago sets ever made, basically solely on minifigs. The build itself featured a nice large ice dragon, which I think they captured really well. So kind of be like a two-in-one set. And also you have like the Ice Emperor's throne, and his entire fortress building. But one of the big things that draw into me were the minifigs included in the set. There was a actual total of 7, and one was Lloyd Forbidden Spijitzu, Cole, Akita, the Ice Emperor, General Vex, Blizzard Swordmaster, and Blizzard Archer. Now, I'm throwing these images up of the minifigs because I think the minifigs in this set make it one of the best Ninjago sets ever made based on minifigs. These are incredible. Look at like the ice coming out of their armor. For me, this was one of probably my second favorite season of all time in Ninjago, and is actually my fiance's number 1 favorite. So that's kind of why this set made it so high up on the list. Just an absolute amazing set. Can't believe I missed out on this one. Kicking things on forward to number 6, coming from season 11, where the Sphera, the leader from the Pyro Vipers, is the main villain, we have the Hydro Bounty. Now, for me, this set, I was not super focused on the minifigs. I'm essentially more focused on the build, simply because, one, it is another bounty, simply like the Destiny's Bounty or the Hydro Bounty. It's just an epic new bounty. So Cecilia Land bounty come into Ninjago was pretty iconic, and then I think LEGO actually executed this set quite extravagantly nice, because it has so many cool features, and the minifigs are halfway decent. Overall, great build. Number 5 is most likely a Ninjago fan dream. It is none other than the Temple of Airjitzu. Now, this set actually featured 12 minifigs, and of course the temple, which included a blacksmith's workshop and smuggler's market, and just a ton of packed LEGO scenes just from throughout the show. It also had the Darenth minifig as well as Misako, which I thought was a nice little addition. Additionally with that, it also had the Mailman, which I don't think we've seen a Mailman in quite some time from Ninjago, and it's actually one of the first sets to get all 6 ninjas. So it actually was the first set to get all 6 ninjas. So I thought that was interesting. The build itself is quite awesome, right? That total Ninjago city vibe definitely could fit in with the placements of some of the modular building styles, even though it does have open back. Just an absolutely iconic LEGO set. Number 4, we are pulling from the Ninjago movie, and it's set number 70618, the Destiny's Bounty. The largest Destiny's Bounty at that features 2,295 pieces. Likewise, from the Airjitzu set, this set also features all the ninja, which is nice to see in their movie Ninjago suits. Quite ironically, this set won Toy of the Year in 2017, but that's no surprise on how awesome this LEGO set is. It also featured like 3 modular levels, which is definitely a fan favorite LEGO building technique. So I think that's why this set was so drawn to, as well as just being a great LEGO ship. Number 3 should come of no surprise, is none other than Ninjago City, set number 4867. Just being comparable to the modular line, this set is freaking amazing. The amount of playability in this is substantial. The sheer size of it is incredible. The details, it's just one of a kind a LEGO set, and we're so fortunate. LEGO actually made 3 different ones, which are kind of going to be our top 3 sets. But again, the playability in this, you just can't really find this in a lot of LEGO sets. Even like it had a working elevator, like not atomic, but a movable elevator, which I thought was a really cool design. It came with 16 minifigs. Some of the ones like my favorite were the Shark Army Gunner, the Officer, the Noonan, Tommy, Juno, Mother Doomsday, the Villager, Sally, Ivy Walker. I mean, the list goes on. Of all 16 minifigs, they were all a great selection. And of course, stacking up to some of the other LEGO Ninjago modulars, which is exciting to see. But this one definitely comes in number 3 because we do have a number 2 and a 1 spot still remaining. So as we get into our number 2, it probably comes to no surprise. Of course, is Ninjago City Docks with 3,553 pieces. Is a little bit smaller, but the reason I'm putting it over Ninjago City is just by the sheer uniqueness of this set. It does feature like a market, a fish market. Of course, is Ninjago right on the City of Water. Has some iconic minifigs. Some of my favorite being Chan Kong Sang, Dareth, Lil Nelson, Mistake, Chad and Betsy with the baby minifigure, of course. And I do really like the Cole in the casual outfit. But anyways, it does feature your modular style build. Is simply another massive LEGO set. I know you can't compare it to the size of Ninjago City or even the Gardens, but the overall uniqueness, like the back of this building is where the sheer amount of detail went, and I think that's something exciting. It offers just a different perspective of LEGO, where Ninjago City, the other side, is more unique. And our number 1 is none other than Ninjago City Gardens, coming in at a whopping price point of 5,685 pieces. And I still to today, of time of recording, I believe is the top 10 LEGO sets ever built, which is extraordinary. This set is extraordinary. That's the best way to describe it. It is just utterly massive. Again, has so much playability, has a great minifig selection, actually comes with 19 minifigs, all in a few different unique variations, so exclusive to the set. And probably the most notable exclusive minifig is the 10-year anniversary Golden Woo. So that one is probably the most anticipated from this LEGO set. But again, the playability making this set just one of a freaking kind. I thoroughly enjoyed this the most in my building LEGO experiences, simply because of how massive it was. I thought this set was never going to end. It kind of features 5 floors, and is again an expansion to the Ninjago City and the docks. It's a skyscraper in Ninjago City that's not Borg's Tower, and just has so many calling scenes from the show. Also, original retailing at $300 utterly destroyed any other set on the market. Unfortunately, Undergo price escalation is at $350, which still utterly destroys any set price per piece on the market. So moral of the story, if you don't have it, get this set. And since you stayed with us to the end of today's video, I want to personally thank you so much. And I want to throw in a bonus LEGO Ninjago set, because we are potentially getting set number 71799, Ninjago City Markets, in June of 2023. Again, that's just a rumor declared by Promo Bricks, but let's be honest, they're pretty notorious for granting wishes in the LEGO community. But it's going to feature 6,163 pieces for a retail price of $370, and will definitely become a part of my top 5 Ninjago sets. But let me know what your 10 Ninjago sets ever made are in the comments below. And as always, guys, I'm your host, Cristo from Stud City. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.